All right, let me know when you can see that. Yeah, I think so. Let me try. I just don't know if it's gonna double up my audio. Let's find out. You can watch it and tell me if it's good. Is this... what is this? Why is it only an hour and 40 something minutes? Okay. It's just... okay. So you only played 3 games together? That's fine. Alright. Yeah, go for it. Alright, it should be all set. I think we're good. Oh, they put both SkyRisers teams in lobby too. You guys gonna have like a little competitive thing going on. Thanks. Is Hydro your IGL? Oh, okay. Okay.
K_LUFFOT.
Where are we landing? Okay. Could be Caustic. Wraith, that's fine. Play.
New game.
No. Oh. You want me to go until Sunday?
Where the fuck am I going?
What is happening here?
Sunday.
Where the fuck am I?
You won't be back over until...
Yeah, I know. I was looking at...
Yo, I'm not trying to interrupt you guys, but like, what's y'all stream or your Twitch? Is it in
mine's
the Discord?
simply underscore and then...
Okay, what's yours?
I got you.
It's K_LUFFOT.
That's fine. I don't think you have a console. Yeah, no console. Okay. This team has a console, so I'm hoping that some point during this first block, you guys are going to recognize that this team has console. Obviously, Riverside rotates very, very fast, so if they have a console character, which I'm hoping they do, but you never know with these level scrims, they'll rotate out quickly, and you'll be able to catch a glimpse of that if they pop like an evac or... actually, I don't think you can... yeah, they have the evac off this building, so you probably won't even know.
The map upside down.
What other teams are having a console?
Yo, I'm not...
And then
Sure.
the ring.
I love...
Yeah, the evac is such a big POI, it kind of sucks that like you're not going to really get a lot of good recon as to have like... plus it's not only is it so big, but there's so many walls, right? So like you can't see other teams from your POI in their POI like leaving. So you're not really going to have a ton of... yeah. You're not going to have a ton of good recon unless like you see... unless the zone pulls really far south and teams start flooding all this direction, or you know, it pulls up north and then everybody's flooding this direction. But you guys should probably be gone by the time most of that happens, so...
Oh, god, it's
Bro, you
extra
don't do
flip.
shit anyway.
Okay, my controller's.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
a lot of shit going on right now.
I'm hoping that you leave in the next 30 seconds. You go grab this harvester, and then you
Grab
start
my
walking to
season.
zone. I'm gonna... Okay, perfect. Finally. Somebody open up their map. I don't know if this is the first time you've done this game, but as soon as, like, harvesters spawn, it's probably a really good time to open up your map. Or even... Because at this point, you can...
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
You should... Like, this point, you should be ready to leave, right? You should be... Or even sooner. You should be ready to leave so you can start looking at where the zone's going to pull, start planning your rotate. So obviously you're going to hit this you're going to hit this harvester. I'm hoping Doggo doesn't go for this one. Yeah, I would ignore this one entirely. Unless Impulse was on this side super early, and or like if Impulse was here 20 seconds ago and it spawned, he could grab it because he's Wraith. But I wouldn't send... Yeah, you probably don't need this. You three should be grouping up over here on this blue bin, grabbing that, grabbing this, getting blues, and then moving to zone. These guys have console. These guys have console. Draft point is console. There are a lot of teams around you with console, but you're just not going to have that knowledge unless these two teams rotate super early. Where do you think this zone pulls? Like here? That's fair. I would say probably a Blossom. Like, Blossom is... There's a lot of Blossom in here, so I'm thinking maybe Bridge side. Like, you could get a bridge somewhere near a Bridge zone or a South Neon zone. Or you could get or you can get like a front side street market, like kind of up here area. I don't know. I would be playing for one of those zones. But if you're unsure and you don't want to go straight to zone, I'd be going... Draft Point's going to have zone. These guys are going to be going to the ring very soon, and you're so far away that you could probably make a play for this console if you wanted. Like, send Impulse down to the choke, have him wait up here. You guys can catch up to him with your passive, or based off of his passive, and then you can play for a ring console scan if you're unsure. But I'm just talking right now. Like, obviously a whole lot hasn't happened yet. You guys are here a really long time. E-Bank is very big. The problem with E-Bank is that it's so big, which is why I hate landing here. And it takes... Because it's so big, people often get very tempted to stop and loot. So the issue isn't that, like, I'm sure you have paths. I'm sure you're doing them well. But, like, after a certain point, like, once the clock hits a certain timer... I would say like 4 minutes is usually a good amount of time. I don't know what you have for loot so far. 4 cells. If you have your batteries out, that's always a good idea. Like, always have your batteries on auto. Like, the first thing in your inventory to equip. I don't know. Okay. Like, you'd be trying to loot this a little bit faster, but, like, after a certain point, like, hey, you know, X amount of time, we're leaving no matter what. Like, tell your teammates, like, if you're playing zone, one of the things you need to be doing is getting to the zone quickly. At this level, it's probably fine. But if you're going to be playing in CCs, like, if you're still here at 4 minutes, you might be dead. Like, I had a situation where I had a situation where we landed E-Bank, and I think it was like Gary's team, like some like group of people had made Pro League before, landed here. Every single one of them like landed on this console in this building, and then immediately ran at me and killed me. Like, they looted for like 30 seconds, and they just full aped us and wiped us. So looting more quickly as possible is always a good idea. Like, people play to loot as if you're playing to like run away from a team. Like, you need to be doing it as fast as possible. But we haven't really talked about anything yet. But that's just like, I'm just throwing out some ideas, some things I'm noticing. But I mean, we know the zone. Yeah, actually, I think I call back here, right? And doesn't the zone pull like right here? So it flips out. Yeah, it pulls. Yeah, so like it pulls like here instead of here, which is a pretty pretty close call. This is a very infrequent zone, so I'm not actually. I mean, if you're playing for bridge, then and you didn't have like information, I wouldn't be mad about that. Because you can walk your way down from Blossom late. Okay. All right. After like 3 minutes, we finally
Yeah,
get to
we were
choke.
precisely
Exactly how I would have played it.
saying the exact opposite, actually.
How did Impulse get so far behind? Yeah, I would. If at this point, you guys should have enough loot. Like, and if he doesn't have enough loot, like you guys still need to be rotating. Like, if you need heals, stack batteries for him and then give it to him later. Yeah, because you're so far behind him, like to the point where you end up deciding. I'm assuming.
We're gonna go into zone.
Hold on.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah.
I got the Evo.
All right. You got the evo.
30.
Where are we going?
Somebody just hit a fucking evac right next to me.
Yeah, just
Waiting on you
run
guys.
it. Run it this way if you can, Dalton.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't loot the middle because I might have loot low,
Yeah,
but
you're good. I'm gonna grab this blue bin.
I was gonna go grab that evo, but
Is this the first time you looked at your map? Okay, hold on.
we've
hello.
If you look at your map here, I want to see when you
Yes.
decide. Like, tell your teammates what you're gonna do.
yes, we've heard the last 6 conversations you've had.
Okay, we're gonna
Oh,
grab that
really?
Evo. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna go into zone.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay, so you tell him to grab Evo. You're gonna go to that spot and then you're gonna rotate in, which is fine. At this point, like, just do that. Like, everybody should be booking it there, especially him. He has no reason to. I mean, this is fine. Like, looting at this time is fine. Like, leaving at this time is fine. That's I don't like. It's a slower lobby. It's like people aren't going to be inting you that fast. Like, whatever. It's like you're playing into the skills, like the skill ceiling of the lobby. All right, but at this point, he does not need to go back into the middle to loot more. If he's desperate for loot, there's no way anybody should be in E-Bank, especially in that choke. Like, yeah, there's buildings that you can loot on the way in. Like, your goal should probably be to get here as quickly as possible if you're playing zone, especially if this zone pulls deep. Like, the sooner you can get into a good spot somewhere in this side of the map based on zone, the better with your comp. He has no reason to go back into E-Bank, or it's a fucking terrible arrow, but like, he has no reason to go back into center E-Bank to loot. You guys are going to catch up. You guys can scrounge for him on the way. As you walk here, you walk here. Send him to these buildings. If he wants to loot like these 3 pills in this building while he waits at this choke, or the top of this pipe thing, he's gonna be fine here. Draft points. The zone's not pulling E-Bank, so draft points not going to come out and go up here. They should not be getting this harvester, I'd imagine. It's just not. There's a 0% chance the zone ends anywhere near E-Bank. So, yeah, you guys been playing a little loot goblin here, but also him circling back stalls your rotate because you can't use his passive to catch up to go to this choke. So I like that. First of all, I like that you calmed like early. You looked at the map. You said, okay, here's what we're gonna do, and you laid out the plan. Right, we're gonna go to this choke. We're gonna hit this console, and then we're gonna go to zone. Really good job on that. But be sure that your teammates have 1, acknowledged that, and then 2, are doing it. It's like something that I'm trying to get my teammates to do a lot. Say like heard, right, when I make a call. So that way they've heard the information and they understand the information, they're going to act on it. So, and if they don't respond, I would say like, did you guys hear that? Make sure for them to say yes. And then if he decides to double back to play Loot Goblin Simulator, tell him no, like fuck off, go to this choke. Wait, like we're going to catch up. You know, if you need me to hit this blue pill for you, I'll hit the blue pill, but like, our job is to go hit this console very, very quickly. Because you guys don't even get to this console by like 3 minutes, which is insane. You guys should be here at like 3.5 minutes. Like you probably should have hit this 45 seconds ago. Yeah, I know I'm harping on you that like you guys are doing this slowly, but it is much better than you guys were doing before. Because you guys probably might have been in your old POI by now because you didn't have a plan. So that's good.
I'm gonna hit this light bin while you guys are hitting that, and
There's a team on bridge. Just be careful.
Okay, that's fine.
I got you.
This is good. You're bobbing him. You're gonna hit console. All right. First thing I want you to see, I want to see you
Market
do
where I
is as soon as this console goes off, you're going to open up your map. You're going to call 2 or 3 spots you're going to play into. And you're going to say, like, okay, zone's ending here. Here's where we want to play.
Yeah, market.
Can you
Touching the
pop a
backs.
evac off of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. What's up?
No, I just didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were only doing a couple things on your computer.
Yeah, I'll be ready in like 20 minutes.
You only have to screw in 2 things.
Okay. At this point in time, I would be calling. I think it's definitely like zone that ends like kind of in the street here, near the shops, or like this one weird bridge zone, the deep bridge. I think I've seen it like a few times in EMEA Pro League. It's got to be like one of these two. It's just the zone is touching so far in the water. Those are the only options. All right, let's see if and where you tell your team you want to go next.
Right behind you guys.
We're gonna evac off of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
All right, no. All right, so you hit the evac, which is fine. But while he's activating that evac, sorry, the second the zone pulls up, you and Impulse should be recognizing, okay, zone's gonna pull here, zone's gonna pull here, or give it your best guess, right? And then if you choose to evac from this spot, which if you do this like a minute faster, it's probably fine because most people are gonna be out here. At least in high, like in this level of lobby, it's probably fine. But you're hitting an evac and your teammates don't know where you're going, and you don't even know where you're going. Because if I was your teammate, I have no clue where we're going because you haven't said anything after he's hit this ring console. So you need to while he's hitting this ring console, you need to be looking at the zone, identifying where you think the zone is going to be pulling next, and if you're not sure, have Impulse help you. And if you're still not sure, wait for Doggo to finish the animation, get down, play this building. And then all 3 of you discuss, here's where we think this is going. And then let's, hit this balloon. And then we're going to do what? Where are we going to land? Like, where are we going to look to play? From this balloon, you could look to play like bridge. You could look to go this way. You could look to go this way. Like, where are we going to land off of this evac? And then not only are we going to land off of this evac, but like, where are we going to play into? So we're going to hit the evac. Or I guess you could do it either way. You could say like, okay, we're going to play for, back here. Or we're going to play for back here. And then we're going to say, okay, if we think the zone's pulling, I mean, you could play street mark if you want to play for round 3 EFO, then you're say, okay, look, like I am unsure where this zone is going because I'm unsure. We're gonna play for street market ring 3 zone, right? We're gonna play for console ring 3 console. So now that the team knows we're playing for ring 3 console, okay, call like, hey, we're gonna hit this evac. And we're going to fly to this choke, and we're going to look to, slam this building. We're going to slam this building, or we're just going to stay in the choke and then pick one of those spots, depending on what we see is free. Or you can even walk it up. Like, hey, we're just going to walk. We're just, we're pretty sure there's nobody nearby. I think you called there was a team bridge earlier. Maybe they fucked off. We're just like, we're going to mirror this team. We're going to walk into street market, and we're going to look to try to get ring 3. Right, but you're hitting an evac, and your teammates have no clue what you're doing.
Right behind you guys.
We're gonna go up over this way. Maybe this building if we.
So like this is hard, especially if you ping and your ping isn't perfect. Like if you ping a building, or you could ping a certain spot and your teammates may not be able to actually see it. Like if you ping a roof, like inadvertently, they're not gonna know where you're trying to ping. But also it just makes it harder for them to visualize where you want them to fly if you're doing it while they can't look at their map. So give them 3 seconds to say like, hey, we're gonna, open your map. We're playing for this building on my ping. And then if that, like, give them all. Oh, if you're hitting it doesn't have to. Yeah, exactly. Like it's if you don't have time, it has to be a red ping, 100%. Yellow ping is never going to suffice if you're pinging a spot in the air. It's too confusing. Always red ping. They just spam that shit. So, I mean, most of the game up to this point was like you just looted slowly and you looted a little bit too much, which is whatever. But once you get to this, like you had a plan, right? You did a really good job, like what we talked about before. Like you were in your POI. You took 5 seconds to tell your team, like a two-step process. Like, okay, we're gonna get to this, and then like here's the first 2 steps. But now you have to do that again, and you have to do it every single time until you get to the end game. So like you did a good job getting into, round 1, round 2 circle. You're doing the same thing again, but you haven't created a plan. You haven't relayed it to your team.
We can. Yeah, building 3.
Okay. The one thing I also would have done is say this building's taken, right? What's your backup plan? Always have at least 2 options. Like we're gonna check for, like, tell your team like, hey, we're gonna land at this building. If this building is free, we're gonna land for this shop, right? Or at least because if like you can't land here, you guys aren't scrambling while you're about to land. At that point, you might as well be dead. So come up with 1 or 2 options.
Hey, I'm gonna watch on Twitch. I'm
Really,
gonna
really
go
want
to the
3
Discord
options,
group,
but like
okay?
2 is
I'll,
2 is probably fine.
you guys have a
I'll
great
join you
game.
for ranked later.
I always do 2 options and then a 3rd option where I'm just gonna fight a team. Like I'm gonna look for X. If X is taken, I'm looking for A. If A is taken, I'm looking for B. If B is taken, we're gonna just land on team C and fight them. I mean, that's not always fun, but like at least you have choices and your teammates
What are we looking
understand
like
the plan.
for Hills, guys?
All right. I don't know if you heard, if somebody said you're playing for Ring 3 console, but if you're playing for Ring 3 console, you shouldn't be sitting on this building. You should be walking down into Street Market to set up near Ring 3, right? Like the console's all the way over here. Like just start walking down. And you have like 18 million shops you can play. If there's a ton of teams here, but I doubt it. I mean, you're lucky if there's only 1 team in this entire area, you could just take a 3v3.
2 bats, 10 cells.
But
I got 1 bat.
I mean, you're telling me you're playing for Ring 3 console. I'm not saying you didn't say it, but at this point in time, like I just don't know.
16 cells, a medkit, and 4 syringes. I don't see a team on our left. I'm gonna play out a little bit. You guys want to play towards Street Market or
Yeah,
what?
I'm just looking.
Yeah, so this, like, whoever just said that is making me think that they don't know what you're doing next. And when your teammate, when you don't have a plan, you're wasting time. So you're probably wasting a lot of time sitting in and around this building because you haven't informed your team that you're going to try to play for this console.
We could low-key get like one of these buildings.
I don't.
Low key, let's get over here and we can get round 3.
I don't.
Yeah, this is just too late of a comm. Take that extra 5 seconds when you're on that evac to think about what you want to do. If you're safe and you have time to process and plan your route, just do it.
See a team here. I don't
Okay.
think there's any teams on our left. I might
Yeah.
be geeked. Actually, I think they're fighting.
I-
they're
like
fighting
people
our-
think
Because if there was a team on this building, you probably would have died, right?
it's
Alright.
pulling far back.
And if your teammates don't have to ask you questions about and wait for you to respond, if let them operate autonomously if they can. That's just gonna speed up
They're
your
fighting a
rotates.
viaduct, by the way, so we're gonna have to watch that.
Impulse,
There's
you
like
watch
3
that.
teams
You
fighting
watch
each
that, and Dalton's gonna hit the ring when round close.
Okay, this is fine.
Likely, what's gonna happen is we're gonna hit ring close. We're gonna go around this way, and play like that building back there is gone.
That I really like. That is a great comm. Like, it's not even the call that's of the building. That's good. You've informed the team that here's what we're doing for the meantime. Here's what we're gonna do afterwards, right? So we're gonna wait here until ring 3 close. Doggo's gonna hit the ring 3 console. We're gonna I'm pretty sure it's gonna wrap back, and if it does, we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna fight for on my this is the cat spot. So like that is a really good comm for your teammates because now you all know you're all on the same page for the next minute and a half of the game.
More than likely.
Everybody knows what they're doing.
Make sure we're watching like this backside towards viaduct.
Yeah, so all you have to do right now is just spend the next 50 seconds like checking probably here to make sure that nobody walks down on you or you guys die in some stupid way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fast forward through all this
Yeah, when you
because
look at-
I'm imagining. I know you. I watched the game. I know
Fine,
you
yeah.
guys think
Wait.
what I would have considered God spot. So you're
fuck.
imagining you're fine
I should-
here.
I should
That's
No.
fine.
9 seconds.
Low key, if when you know that the zone does pull out here, when you go to this choke, if you walk out and scout it and you see like, hey, nobody's here, you could possibly send Impulse on a little, scout like TP mission to get this harvester. Yeah, you could say like, if you go through the choke, you know that this entire, if this entire area is free, and like the only thing that somebody could do to take it would be like a Valkyl, right, or an evac. If these like, if you walk up, let me rephrase. If you walk, if you route to this spot and this spot's free. Yeah. Or if you set, once you get to here, you can send Impulse back with the TP to grab that harvester. I'd be interested to see if you do that.
I think this.
That's
I think
fine.
That pool's right where you ping, by the way.
I would have. It's not horrible that you don't. Yeah, I'd 100% be taking this backside, which is what you do.
Oh, we're in. This is
We're
gonna
in, but
go.
it's gonna pull on the other side. Come this way. We're gonna go for that building.
Bro, I
Nice
can't
fit.
find your.
Okay, so now, is there a reason you decided to change your plan from 1 to 2? Fuck that. Trust your gut. If you think the zone's pulling here, let it pull here. Don't be like, oh, I think it's going to pull here, but algorithm is going to make it flip, so it flips. Like, I know it pulls up, but I wouldn't do that. To be clear, though, it's not a problem that you changed your plan. I was just curious. But, like, as soon as you see the zone and be like, actually, I want to play for this building instead. That's not an issue, but I'm just curious.
Sorry, I can't
I'll
watch
send
it.
it to you.
It's like DXO GGO.
It's cool. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
So I'd be happy. Yeah, I'd be having Impulse point the front here because you have no UAV character. You don't know if any of these buildings are free. He could make a port play from like here to check to see what's safe, or even just you three could walk up as long as Doggo is looking at your back. Like you can walk into this choke. Doggo needs to look, behind you in case somebody decides to wrap and these things are taken. But Impulse, somebody needs to scout to make sure that those buildings are free before you full commit to this choke. Because there's the team up here, you guys are going to get absolutely murked on your way back.
I'll look for it. I'll look for it. Hold on.
It doesn't matter. You need to be the second character in every time. He is Q. He's always going to be safe. He's gonna be known if he's going to be shot at, but also he's your best shooter on the team. But if you go down, you're never getting a reset. You're the best character for resetting. Yeah.
Team in there. Team in there.
Okay.
Wait, you
See-
don't play their bottom?
No, we can't.
Definitely not.
Caustic.
It's a bad walk across.
I can
Yeah, I
force
wouldn't play.
them.
I wouldn't play that bottom that early. I would just if some team took
It's up to
that
you.
building from me that early, I'd be trying to 3v3 them.
We don't grab these.
Okay, you decide to do the go back play, which is good.
And then watch.
Team trying to box res in front of us.
You said you're going to be here for a very long time, so I think having Impulse go back to the choke and then making a port play for that harvester isn't bad, especially because you guys you probably won't be getting purple anytime soon, unless there's a lot of teams nearby. But this is a very deep, very hard zone.
Valk right here.
There's a team box raising on your
We're
left.
just gonna-
left.
we're gonna
right,
play
right
here
in this
for now.
corner. You can see. Hey, look
Um,
to your left. Look to your left. Look over here. There's a seer. You just
What?
popped
Let me
his
know.
thing.
Let me know if you want me to fight with you.
No, you're good. Watch the back.
I mean, is there somebody? Excuse me, on this side of the map? Okay, well then, yeah. I like what he's doing here. Yeah, low-key, I would have set up a couple barrels in the choke, so then when if somebody's trying to wrap you late, so you don't have to play. So he doesn't have to play down here, but you'll know if you're getting wrapped.
They're fighting.
You're in a really great spot
There's a
right now,
team-
though.
there's
There's so
fighting on
many
the
building like zones that, at least in this back area, that end like in and around this chicken shack. You guys are pretty much unintable unless you get wrapped. Like nobody's gonna wrap. Like yeah. Which is why I was watching and I got so mad when you guys decided to like hit this building for no reason.
Who cares?
The team behind us went in tunnel. We're good.
Low key, that pissed me off. That made no sense to me.
I'm
But
still
we're,
watching.
that's why I
Boxers
wanted
back
to.
here,
That's
by
why
the
I
way.
wanted a VOD review.
There's a team.
There's
Kid
one
right
right
here. Kid
here.
right here. Look right here. Full team. There's 2 teams right here.
Yeah. Building is tough because this building is always going to get sieged by multiple teams, and it's very difficult, especially later, to be able to hold a building by yourself and keep it clean, like keep it clear. It's just damn near impossible. But I mean, even if it is empty, you're gonna have to be comfortable sharing it later. And if you can hold a spot that you could hold by yourself, yeah, and this building is gonna get thirded, like 9 times out of 10, especially from like back here, because you know there's nobody in your back, but you don't know what's on the other side. I hate playing this building. I would have like any other building I would have taken, if it were your spot. Like I don't play this unless I absolutely need to. But at that point, I'm probably rotating in late anyways. So
Went in tunnel. We're good.
you're standing in the wide open here, by the way. You have no cover. Like if there is a team up here and they shoot you, you could easily just die. Like you could get 3-2-1 in 2 seconds and be dead.
I'm still
They're trying to-
watching.
Boxers back here, by the way. There's a team.
There's
Kid
one
right
right
here. Kid
here.
right here.
Like I know you're trying to do damage on this team, but yeah,
Right here.
let him play like this behind this box or something and start pressuring this team. He needs to be watching your back like intermittently, and you should be probably playing to look for damage on these guys. Like even if you get a kill on this team, they have a castle. They're just gonna res. Yeah, you probably can't do anything about it. Yeah, like this is way more pressurable. This is where you should be
Knock
looking for
over
KP.
One got knocked over here.
Are you
Dead.
showering before you play or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna shower in like 12 minutes.
I'm ulting that. Look at this impulse.
Okay.
I am. They're gonna run like right here.
I think you burn your ult here.
I got seared from underneath.
Yeah. Unless there were 3 teams fighting, like two teams fighting out in the open. Like I understand there's a guy who's knocked, but you didn't knock him, so you're not even if this guy gets thirsted, you're not securing the KP. Plus, there's a rate port there, so you're not. They could just port back anyways.
Got knocked over here.
I'm dead.
I'm ulting that. Look at this impulse.
Okay, just I am. They're gonna run like right here.
I mean, you'll get
got
it back,
seared
but
from underneath.
you kind of wait.
Chicken.
Yeah, you just waste this for no reason.
Yeah, there's a team.
This is a much better spot to play. Like I like playing. Like if you're gonna play and you can look for damage on like that team in the shop, like play cover. Like at least, I mean, you're Gibby, so like it's kind of whatever. But like at least you have a little bit of cover if you crouch here. Impulse, if he was playing behind the splinter, he'd have like considerable cover.
Chicken check, by the way. I broke him.
Yeah.
I don't
team
see
and chicken.
anything.
You've been here for a while, so I would identify. Like at this point, once you show up, and I don't think you've talked about this either. Maybe I missed it, but I doubt it. You get to the spot, you're setting it up. Okay, what are we doing now? Like, are we gonna be playing here and for the next like 2 zones? And if you are, you need to identify your biggest threat. What is the team that poses the most amount of pressure to you? And what are you going to be doing to negate that pressure should it arise? In my mind, you're not really going to be pressured at all here, unless you get wrapped. Yeah, so like your biggest threat is probably somebody you've got like falconing in on you or wrapping, which is like more realistic. So him standing back here and just scouting and getting barrels down like as far out as possible, great. You and him, Impulse can just be playing deep for now. But it always like, I mean, if you're not in a spot where like you're just not going to get pressured like this, tell your teammates like, hey, what are we going to be doing? What is the plan? Like we're going to be sitting in the spot for the next zone and a half. Where do we need to keep our eyes peeled because, team in blank position could potentially get us killed or they could pressure us or somebody could look for our spot. Like where is our biggest threat and what are you going to be doing to mitigate that? And after you identified what are we doing, where's our biggest threat? What are we going to do to mitigate that threat? Then you can start taking space, looking for KP, that kind of thing. Like secure your spot, come up with a plan, identify your threats, then look for KP.
Right here in this.
I mean, it doesn't matter because like no one's going to be anywhere near you for a long time and you're absolutely zero danger for the most part. But more often than not, that's never going to like in late games, that's just not going to be the case, right? Like if you're in this building or you're in this building, you're in a much more dangerous position. So having that plan, calming that with your team letting them know like, hey, here's a team that's posing a lot of danger. Like if they decide, like if we get pushed, where are we gonna play? Like are we gonna group up and back up here? Are we gonna group up and play deep? Are we gonna try to stuff them at the respawn beacon? Like am I gonna Gibby ult them? Are you gonna I want you to caustic ult them? Like having those conversations,
How's the back
keeping
going?
everybody on the same page is always a
Nobody's
good
behind
idea.
us.
Okay, I hear
Keep
them fighting.
watching. They went.
And
got
in this particular game is kind of a bad example because again,
I got my
you're
kill.
in no pressure whatsoever.
Actually,
but like
I didn't get the
Yeah,
kill.
you didn't get the
you're
first
gifted
one.
the spot, so
I'm trying to finish it.
which is fine. You don't
you
have
guys
to do anything in this position. Like if anything, you could just sit here, low ground, and just keep staring right and trying to get damage intermittently, and just keep picking teams through the windows and trying to get your Evo up. Like you don't have to do a lot here. There's nothing wrong with just sitting deep, taking no damage, and then commanding this entire side of the zone.
Porter's on
Chicken,
top.
dog.
Impulse. I'm not seeing
Hold on,
anybody up there.
one second.
Porting
There's
up
a Valve
top.
there.
Can you?
Oh,
Can
look
you? That's fine.
I'm trying to finish it.
Can you?
Oh,
Can
look,
you?
it's up the
Porter's on
chicken.
top.
He could. I mean, if nobody's been shooting here, you could still have him walk up. Just have him walk. Like he can walk up to the low ground with his Q. He could walk up on this side, go check the building, either climb up on he could climb up second floor and play on this roof. He could walk in first floor, and if there's a team here, just Q's back, and you can provide cover for him with bubble. But he doesn't need to burn a port here to check to see if this building is free.
Open. Just
There's a
letting you know.
Cyril behind us, just so you know.
Also, if he's gonna port, like the port again is kind of wide open. Like put it in the there's like a isn't this a shop you can like play it? Yeah, he could put it in here.
There's a Valk up there. She just went in.
He doesn't need a he could just walk up left side here and check to see if this building is free. But if for whatever reason you want to port, like make sure the portal's safe.
Don't take my portal.
Yeah. Team behind us.
Wraith
Dalton?
literally just got in there.
Okay, so you burn portal to find out information that you probably could have found out if you just walked up. So you just burned in the past minute in the. Go ahead. Well, if the building is free, you don't need to take the portal, right? If the building is free, you just walk it in. And if the building's not free, then you just burn the portal for nothing. Like either if the building is taken, you don't need a portal because you're not taking the building. If the building is free, then you just walk in because the building is free. But the only reason you would need a portal is if you're trying to take first floor from a team that's already in second or third, which I just wouldn't do in this situation. So, I don't think you need a portal. And like again, you just burned 2 ults in the past minute for like really
I
nothing.
don't see him yet.
He's doing a good job here, but he's kind of playing in the open too. He's not going to get shot, but like
Team behind us.
Wraith
Dalton?
literally.
he's standing in the wide open. Have him play closer to. He could play closer to. Just play closer to cover.
Literally just got in there.
He could just play like to the right side of this box, to the right side of this box. He could play even deeper here
No,
if
I
he
don't
gets
see
his
him yet.
barrels deeper.
If they're gonna be coming, they're gonna be
Yeah, I might have him play out a little bit more, like maybe on edge of zone,
coming
Yeah.
here in a second though.
because you're gonna want to know as soon as possible whether or not there's a team here. Unless he could have really good angles here, and it may not matter, but he could play out here further if he doesn't.
Up here. Wraith.
He may have really good angles up there and relatively good safety. So if he does, then it's fine.
So
But
Wraith, Caustic, one other in that building, by the way.
you didn't need to shoot that
There's
barrel.
nobody's coming.
It was
yet.
gonna act. It was gonna activate in 3 seconds by
Hey,
the
Ben
ring,
was sitting-
anyways. But he should still be
We
putting
should
up.
be good. Circle
He's no barrels up. He should still be stacking barrels here.
close. There's no way they're coming by.
No, he doesn't. Well, he doesn't need barrels defending you for it based on my read of the zone. I know it pulls away, but like he should still have barrels on your back because you could still get wrapped. It's only rigging 3. He should have like 2 or 3, like 3 barrels back here, 3 barrels up front. Like once he sets barrels up in the back here, have him swap with you. You go anchor while he puts up barrels in front, and then you switch back again.
Oh, infinite ammo. Perfect.
He's got 1 barrel.
No,
Like
no,
you should have
I'll
4.
play up some-
Yeah, you're
If you need, if you need light ammo.
Because your
Got the
biggest
barrel.
threat right now is getting wrapped. Like the most dangerous thing to your team that could get you killed in this game is getting wrapped in the next minute and 20 seconds, which is still very likely. Like there isn't a lot of space between here and here. And if I'm a team thinking that the zone is pulling on you guys, I know that I'm only 1 good fight away from wiping you, taking God's butt. So I'd be surprised if teams don't try to wrap you here. In which case, you guys need to prep for that by having like 4 barrels out here and having him just continue to stare that down.
Like up over here and whatnot.
Yep.
There's a team up here. It's a caustic
There's a
by
team
the way.
inside the chicken building.
We're in a really good.
By
All
the way.
right, I'm gonna speed this up so you can go draft
Hey.
and I can go shower.
I did. Like that.
Somebody has a G7, so be
The team maybe like far out, much better spot.
I don't think anything that happens in the next minute and a half
No,
to like
top.
4 minutes is
I gotta start.
anything that like changes. Yeah, you're just holding your space. You're just getting your evos up. At this point, like ring through's closing, so he doesn't necessarily need barrels on your back and checking your back. I mean, you can get oobed, but you'll be able to see that coming. All right, I want to see. Okay, what happens here?
Got him.
You see 2 teams fighting in this building, right?
breaking her.
Knock. Watch
Watch
up
out.
on this.
This has to be
They
2
have a
teams.
caustic, It's gonna be hard.
Right here. Bottom.
It has to be 2 teams because there's no reason that this guy would climb out and try to go second floor if it's not 2 teams. The fact that caustic traps are going off in Syracuse, yeah, they're going off,
Knock. Watch
makes
out on
it
this.
makes it. Yeah. Also,
careful.
you can hear. I can hear audio from a team low ground left side.
Caustic.
the
Hold on,
caustic
climb up,
multi, or is that
climb up,
yours?
climb up.
This needs to be one of you needs to make a call here, and the rest of you need to follow.
Knock.
At this particular point in time, you need to calm. Get ready to draft, by the way. After I'm done this little like yes, so I don't know what you want to call it, but like you get a knock here. First of all, I think this is a horrible push. You have a ton of space. You have like a quarter of the zone to yourself. Like literally 1/4 of the zone. You have just you. This is you have all that space. And even if you thought it was going to pull back here, you're still in a great spot. Like you don't know the zone's pulling away, so there's no reason to try to breach a floor of this building yet. But you know, even if for whatever reason you were 100% certain that the zone's pulling out, you need to guide your team like you're, I don't know. Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah, I think the play is bad, but also the way you go about it is even worse, right? Because the worst play you can make is a play that you don't do together. And you guys do
Watch
2
out.
totally different things right here. You get a knock, but at this point, if you want your team to int this, we're going to be like push, so that everybody's on the same page, knowing that we're going to go fight this building. But also, you got to tell them where. Like, either say, like, okay, everybody, like, go first, like, fight first, like, push first floor. Yep. Or, like, push second floor. Because you guys are on 2 completely different pages here. Right? You're just nade stacking. Impulse is going to climb here. You're going to go left to check, I guess, to make sure there's, like, nobody nearby.
Be careful, caustic.
But if you don't want to full ape this, be like, yeah. Stay together. Like, you guys don't have look. You should always the less information that you have, the tighter your team should be be playing together. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, in my mind I know it's 2 teams because I'm seeing Syracuse and Caustic Gas go off. This guy climbed, which makes no sense to me. I can hear audio here, so like I'm assuming it's 2 teams. You may not have that information, but unless you're 100% certain that this is 1 team, play tight because you can. But like, the tighter you are in situations where you have less information, the safer you're going to be. All it takes is 1 player to get caught out by themselves for you to lose a 2v3. If you're playing tight, you're going to be able to put down anyone who's playing off by themselves. Plus, you have a good like building fighting comp. You have GB Caustic play together.
The
Hold on,
caustic multi, or is that yours?
climb up.
He's playing climb up. He's telling everybody what he wants to do. Impulse, I think, which is good. So at this point, he's made that communication. I'd be looking to follow him. Like, you haven't made the comm, you haven't told your team what you wanted to do, but he has. He's already peaking second. He has information. I would be immediately going second here and following him.
Climb up.
That's not mine,
Big
by
nades,
the
big
way.
nades.
Climb up. Just climb up.
You're completely isolated by your team. If there was 2 guys in this first floor in this area and they look at you, you're basically dead.
Climb
I'm
up.
inside the second floor.
Valk's
have a
one
seer.
inside. Valk's one inside. He got.
But where? They don't know where to look because you're not. You gotta. Positional comms are so important in 3v3s. especially you as the like you have a little bit more responsibility as the IGL, but not like that much more. But go draft, by the way. I can wait till you're done. What are we, the pad ones? That's a 3-match block. What are we trying to land zone? I take like an ED POI first, because ED's like getting scraps of ED absolutely sucks. I take draft point, in my opinion. If you want to have it pulled up and I can do it, there you go. All right, so we got plenty of time to go over the next. Yeah, so your teammates are second floor because they impulse calm second floor and Doggo followed, which he should. You went off by yourself to the left here, didn't inform your team of what you were doing or what you wanted them to do, and you're shooting a Valkyrie first floor, but also they haven't, like, you say there's a guy who's 1 HP. That doesn't help them because they don't know where to shoot. I literally had this exact issue with my team last week. Like, the guy who frags on my team, like, did a bunch of damage to people in a building fight. We had no idea where they were because we were on a four floor building, and we're like, okay, well, you did a lot of damage, but like, where do you want us to play? Because we don't know where the enemy. We don't know where. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would say like Valk first floor, like come, or like if you want them to drop and fight first floor, like say drop and fight first floor, go, something like that.
Rest.
Like command your team to tell them what you want them to do.
I blew him. Like blew caustic.
Caustic,
Nice.
one inside. Valk's one inside. He got rezzed.
I blew him. Like blew a caustic.
Caustic dead.
I'm
Caustic
not
dead.
dead, guys. Another team up here.
Valk's right here.
Another team upstairs.
This just goes so bad so quickly when it didn't need to. It's very unfortunate. I would have continued to put, like, if you go second and then if you're all second floor, I mean, you're not gonna have damage on this Valkyrie, but you would have like,
He got rezzed.
if you tell Impulse drop first floor here and you bub on this guy, like, you could thirst this dude. You're all together, you're all healthy, and you can always back out to your old spot. Like, you're just calming like enemies and their damage, like how much damage you're doing, which isn't as important as what you want, where you want your team to be playing and when. Like, saying you hit some guy for 170, like, nobody's doing math, right? How often do you say like, oh, I did 170, and your teammates are like, ah, yes, he's 30 HP, right? Like, nobody's doing math mid game. It's way more effective to tell your team where you want them to play and playing together. So in this situation, like, you didn't, like, Impulse told you to go second, or like Impulse called go second. You didn't call him off and you didn't do it. Whatever. We're past that. Even though you probably should have done that together. You're here. You know this guy's low. You know that the Valkyrie is low. Tell your team to drop first floor and fight first floor here.
Valk's one inside. Valk's one inside. He
Instead of saying Valk's one, you're saying drop first floor, like fight first floor, is going to accomplish the same thing, but it's going to be way easier for your teammates to understand. Because really what you're trying to say is the Valkyrie is 1 HP on the first floor, go kill her. Right? But if you say Valk's 1, they don't know where she is. But if you say fight first, they're going to drop, see the Valkyrie, and then shoot her.
I blew him. Like blew a caustic.
Even if there's barrels here, if you're have conviction in your comms and you say like just fight first, just go, like, your teammates should listen to you. Even if there's barrels here, you could easily kill these two guys. And then once they're all first floor, Impulse doesn't go back up, he doesn't die.
Another team up here.
Valk's right here.
Like, yeah, he goes back up because he doesn't know where to play at this point in time because nobody said anything. Like,
Another team upstairs. We should have just.
yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't have climbed second here. I probably would have just went first because you can, like, this makes it easy for you to go back out. But like, even if you go second, if you're together, like, you can always bob on this gas, right? You're together. Like, you probably could have if you call your two teammates on the second floor, like, fight first, drop first, and fight. Like, you kill the caustic, you kill the Valk. He doesn't go back up and die. He doesn't go back up and die. Or even if he does, you can res him. Or even if he does, Impulse can fucking TP him out.
Another team up here. Another
Positional comms are just so helpful. Like play first.
team. Another team.
Because if you're all together, you're also one of the benefits of playing tight when you have little information is that if there is another team that shows up, the other team is going to be way less hesitant to try to just full ape you if you're playing together. If they see 3 guys who have shield playing together, they're not going to look to, storm your building and try to 3v3 you because that is very risky. I mean, Doggo might have gone back up here and died to that third party.
Caustic dead.
I'm
Caustic
not
dead.
dead, guys. Another team up here.
So long story short, wasn't a fan of the play that was being made, right? Like this is like there's a three problems with this. Like I wasn't a fan of that play. It made no sense to me. You got a KP. Like just that would have been a good time to send Impulse in with his port to see if he could secure that KP, right? Because you're going to be here for another minute and a half. He's going to get that portal back. Have him port up to the first floor, the second floor, wherever that guy was. Try to get that. Try to thirst that guy, grab his resources, and come back. But if you really decide you want to fight for this building and you know there's not like you don't think there's a third party, play together, play tight. Tell your teammates, like, do X, or we're going to do X. Like we're all gonna go fight second floor. We're all gonna go first floor, and like keep reminding them, like play tight. Play slow. Like once you get this knock, everybody should be healing in your bub, that kind of thing. But you all just kind of run around saying things about what the enemies are doing and not what you're doing.
Another team upstairs. We should have just played top.
They just came in there.
That's also like shouldn't have done anything. Top wouldn't have helped either because top is yeah. Or even if you're playing higher, like first, I think playing first floor and like late in the situation is better because you have more space to work with. But yeah,
Another team.
at this point you have no exit plan. You have no exit strategy. Like at least if you're all together, your exit strategy can usually just be 3 guys walking out. But if you're all doing the same thing, we're all doing different things. It's a lot easier for one of you to get picked off like this, and you're just a solo left running away.
Just play.
Well, yeah, you didn't talk about pushing it together, which is one thing. But then you didn't do it. The first step needs to be communicate the plan, which in this case, should have been go second, right? But he did, but you didn't do it together. Or if you want to go play off by yourself, like you need to convey to your teammate before you do it that you're going to do that, so they know. Like, hey, I'm gonna go peek first floor staircase, but you guys go second. Once you do a lot of damage, then not only do you have to communicate the plan prior to the fight, but also during the fight. Like, hey, now that we're fighting, like, hey, we are doing X. We're playing first floor. Everybody drop first floor and kill first floor, like right now, that kind of thing. I mean, it's not going to sound like that, but it's going to be like fight first.
What?
And you probably just die here, right? Like there's nobody back here, man. Like this now, that entire side of this. This entire side of the circle is all yours to command. Like people are going to be moving, especially because this slice of the pie of the zone is so big. In your mind, you should be thinking people are going to be moving in. There are a lot of teams that are going to be moving in late, right? Or fighting in other buildings, looking for spots in zone later. You're going to have a lot of KP opportunities. If you were patient and sat and didn't look to immediately just run at that team off that one thirst, you would have been able to get that KP and maybe even fight this team, like these 2 teams later, right? Because if the team that comes in thirds you is a scan team and they only see 2, like you could even go if they take that fight, you could look for a third party on that 3v2 later, or you could look for anybody else trying to breach that building later, or somebody else trying to breach this building later.
Just play.
Yeah, there's really no need to try to clear this building when you had such a decent spot. But even if you wanted to, you just didn't go about it the right way. Okay, we're like Stormcatcher, that's fine. What are you thinking for the last POI? I mean, there's only a few picks left. So, like, based off what you see now, what would you think? What don't you like about Epi? Yeah. I would probably pick Survey, Geyser, or Landslide if you're looking to play Zone. Like, I know Survey is on the edge, but you have a balloon in front of you. You actually have 2 balloons in front of you. A lot of people don't take Epi if Survey's already claimed. Actually, technically 3 balloons, that I think about it. But, like, there are so many zones that end in the top right corner of the map that I basically consider Survey. Oh, you pick Survey? Okay. I really like playing at a Survey. I find that rotates pretty fast. Yeah, this is a game where you should have at least one, like, you should have 3 points instead of 0 in this game. Like, you didn't secure that KP and you died in 12th. Yeah, you should have 3 points instead of like 1 here. You should be getting 10th and 1 KP. It's like at minimum instead of 12th and 0 KP.
You didn't contemplate top. You guys what played second?
I did. I said
second
climb
floor?
up. I said climb up. You can climb up and go.
He comp like play second like eight times. I think after he knew that you guys were like fucked, he's like, we could look for roof, but like that makes no sense because the team that you were trying to fight was already had all the floors above you. Like, you can't look to take a building and then just like, if the team's holding a building, you have to assume that they're holding second and third. Like, if the team's going to give up space in a building, it's going to be first.
Go in the window.
Well, at least he called like go second.
Dalton did with me and then Dalton dropped.
I dropped because we had 2 of them dead. We almost had 2 of them dead.
Which is fine, but I don't know how he knew that because, I mean, maybe he heard that like there were enemies below you, saw your position first, and assumed that that's where they were. So like if he calmed like drop first, Impulse is gonna be with you. You're gonna be with him, and you guys kill those 2 guys and reset for free.
Yeah, and then
I
they
knocked
put
down
the
and
team
dropped
up.
2 of them.
It's all good.
There was another
It
team
was-
up top.
Like,
it wasn't
there was
the-
a team second floor too.
Yeah, I couldn't even go down because the team up above us came down the stairs as soon as they popped zero.
Yeah.
They waited.
This is also initiative just bad scouting. Like, you guys are sitting here, but you're not trying to get more information about how many teams are around you. Like, Impulse could have checked that. Like, Impulse I think the best, if you wanted to play for that KP, the best play would have had to put port in that shack, have Impulse port up to the first floor of the building, thirst that guy, and if he can't because he's getting res, like, he can call you both. He can call all of you guys over to take the port. You can just bob on the other side of the port, guarantee that thirst, and then TP back, and then you can fight later. Like, if you play that slower and tighter, you would have realized that there was a third party, or there were 2 teams in that building or near the building. To Impulse's credit, he caught, like, he did a really good thing here, which is like telling telling the team like where you should look to play together to take this fight. But it, like kind of how we talked about, like, oh, when you first landed and you first started backering your team about like, hey, we spawned an E-bank, we're gonna go up to this choke, we're gonna hit the harvester, or sorry, the ring console, then we're gonna see where the zone pulls, right? Like, you did that plan, but you got to do it over and over and over again. Like, after you hit the first ring console, you didn't come up with another plan for your team again. Like, yeah, you just got to exactly. So like once he calmed, like, go second. Like, that's the plan, right? But then what comes after? Like, you have to keep making sure that the team is on the same game plan. It's like when you're rotating early at this level, macro wise, it's not going to be a big deal. But like when you're taking team fights, like stuff like that just gets you killed. So making sure that everybody's on the same page, doing everything the same way, or if you're not doing everything the same way, like informing your team about why that shouldn't be the case, or like maybe you want Impulse to play by himself because he's Wraith or whatever. But like the default should be like to play together. mean, this team just walks and takes. Now this team has so much fucking control. They have all your loot. Well, you would have got top. You would have been top 10. So that's 2 points you missed out on. At that point, in like, especially now that you know the zone pulls like here, fighting for this building meant absolutely nothing. Like, it was a complete waste. Like, a way better fight would have been to fight for this building, because you know you've already been working the side. You've already been clearing a lot of people here. Like, looking for a TP first or third here would be really, really good. Or even just down the outside of their building somewhere. I think there's like a little shop or something. Maybe here. I don't know, something. But like, yeah, you basically threw away 2+ points in that game for no reason. So, which is kind of, it was frustrating. It was frustrating from my perspective as a spectator. Not even after where I saw the zone pull, but I was like, you just knocked that guy. Like, why can't you just thirst him and back off? It's because you, like, again, there are a lot of zones that end like right here. So you would have had this entire side of the zone to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna go shower. I will be back in like 10. All right, catch you in a few minutes.